Welcome to Goodwood Gardens. Thank you, Goodwood, and welcome to Keeping It Slow and Simple Yoga. If I keel over, it's because I'm yelling. Oops, look at my water. That might help. And do not take pictures of me doing what I just did. I learned from the last class that if I'm going to get up this way so that the camera doesn't get my rear view. Okay, so let's find a comfortable seated position. And your option, of course, is to, if it's too bony, too uncomfortable, sit in your chair with your back supported, feeling comfortable. I always begin my classes by encouraging you to do anything that feels good and to avoid pain. Also, I encourage you close your eyes if you're comfortable. So either sit in your chair or sit on the ground, whatever feels best. And let's think about a long, tall spine. One of the tricks is to get your elbows closer to the side body. That'll help you, and to lift from the sternum, but then find a comfortable way to hold this pose. We want to also think about tucking our chin back slightly and maybe our ears or our earrings over our shoulders. There's no judgment. This is a personal practice. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, please just soft eyes and finding a neutral space to stare at on the floor. And let's let go. Let's come to the present moment. Noticing how it feels to be outdoors. What you hear, perhaps. Noticing what parts of the body are connected to the ground. Bringing awareness, perhaps, to the tip of the nostrils. Just see if you can feel the inhale and the exhale. You may feel it in different places. For some, it's just the tip of the nostrils. For others, it may be the back of the throat. You feel the airflow. This is without changing your breath. As we learn to turn our attention inward, you may feel it in the torso. There's a very gentle rise and fall. I invite you to go ahead and open your eyes softly. I'd like to start the practice with some pranayama. And this particular breath is called Bhramari breath. And it is, sounds like a bee. It's a neutral breath. It's not a heating breath or a cooling breath. It's very neutral. But it kind of jiggles your throat. And you may even feel the vibrations in your head. It's very meditative. So we'll close our eyes once more, but we'll be inhaling through the nose. We'll keep the lips closed, but we'll go as if we were humming. So whenever you're ready, and nobody's listening to you anyhow. So enjoy, let's stimulate the thyroid gland, and let's see if we can feel some of the vibration in the head. See how long you can make that sound. You begin by, on the exhale, gently pulling in the lower abdomen in and imagine up towards the navel. When that sound stops, there's a little pause. You can honor it or not. And let's inhale again. Nice and slow and deep. And let's feel the ribs expanding in all directions. That would be front, sides, and back. The belly also expands on the inhale, but comes slightly after, just a tush after the ribs. The ribs Expanding supports our spine, firms it up. And as we exhale, it's with that hum or not. And let's try this one more time. Nice, slow, and comfortably deep inhale. We all have our own limits. Nice and slow, but let's see if we can extend that torso and hum it out, drawing in the lower abdomen. And we'll softly, softly open our eyes. So, throughout the practice, I'm going to suggest that you breathe a little deeper. Again, it's to your own comfort level. We've been sitting here for a while, so if you're comfortable, dirt never hurt anybody according to my mom. Let's go ahead and take these legs out and just kind of start moving the connective tissue in our legs. We're going to perhaps fold again or not. It doesn't make that funny sound that it does on the carpet or in that on wood floors. Okay, and then let's go ahead and flex our toes. Let's flex and maybe point, flex. Ooh, did you hear that pop? Point. I don't know if they heard that pop, but that was a good pop. Yeah, no. Okay, and then let's swish them. Kind of let the whole leg roll. Somebody's phone.
Sorry. Usually no one.
Okay, and then we're going to try to separate and cut some air. And begin to lubricate the joint, that groin joint where the thigh meets the groin. Ooh. Ants. Go away, ant. Okay, there you go. It was innocent. I did not kill the ant. I just encouraged him to go in a different direction. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to encourage you to lift your foot, if you will. Bring those knees up and then flex those feet and maybe draw a circle. So I've said this before, your ankle flexibility correlates to your flexibility, according to the yogis, to the hips. The hips are fairly stable, but you have hip flexors that become more flexible as you continue to practice yoga. Again, no judgment today. If something doesn't feel good, just don't do it or do part of it. So I'm going to go ahead and come on to my hands and knees, and I'm going to face the camera this time. This is such a fun learning experience. This is tabletop. If anybody's knees are feeling the pavement here, or these bricks, you can just simply lift your mat and fold, and that gives you cushioning. So knees underneath our hips, fingers spread like a, what would you call it?
Starfish.
That's it, starfish. Thank you, thank you, thank you. These are not senior moments, these are ascension moments. So let's go ahead and also kind of put a little tension in your fingertips, and that'll take it off your wrists. If anybody's having wrist problems, you can come down to your forearms, or you can make fists, and that might help. Okay, so we're going to start by doing Chakravasana. We're going to add on to it. So in Chakravasana, it's like cow. We're going to press this chest forward. Inhale, and as we exhale, we can either round the back, let the head roll, or the therapeutic version would be, we also draw in the lower abdomen. You can do the same thing by bringing the chin to the chest and drawing in the lower abdomen, and then rocking back towards your heels, maybe forehead on the ground. Let's flow with our breath. At your own pace, a nice inhale. I love to pause at the top. As I exhale, I choose the therapeutic version. I'm still going to bring my chin to my chest, and I'm going to draw in the lower abdomen. One more time. This is really warming up our spine. Nice inhales like a little back bend. And as we exhale, even if we don't arch the upper back. If you have osteoporosis, it's recommended you don't. If you don't arch, you're still getting a little bit of a back bend by drawing in that lower abdomen. Pause here in Balasana. It's called Chakravasana because it's a combination of cow and in child's pose. From here, we're going to inhale up. Drop our shoulders. Again, if you have shoulder issues, please modify. Maybe it's just putting your fingertips here or here. As we exhale, though, whatever you do, you want to lead with the sternum. I'm going to bring those arms. I'm not going to nosedive. Bring the arms back. I'm going to place them on my low back. Fingers one on top of each other. As I inhale, I'll be coming back up and bringing those arms up or finding a modification that works for me today. And flowing with the breath. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lifting from the sternum. You're going to feel your core working here. And last one, we're going to exhale and go down. Let's go ahead and from child's pose, let's go ahead and you can lift your head up if you want. If you're looking, want to see what I'm doing, you're going to lift your head anyhow. Let's go ahead and actually come onto those knees again. I want to go ahead and stretch the side body. And I'm going to imagine that this hip is coming towards the hand. And again, we don't go to the point of pain. Just getting a nice stretch in this long side of my body. Short side, it's going to be stretched as we go to the other side. So we inhale back and exhale into a twist to the other side. Might want to, don't know what the neck's doing today, but you might want to see if you can look at your heel and maybe even touch a heel. Inhale back to center. Exhale, we'll do it one more time, both sides. Maybe pause for a breath or two. This nice side stretch. This is one activity we usually don't do during the day is side stretches. And it also helps keep those muscles around the ribs and support the lungs and everything. Keeps those muscles looser so we can breathe deeper. Inhale back to center. We're going to do a little bit of a balance pose from our knees or not. I'm going to take one leg to the side. The other leg I'm going to straighten out and rest on the inside of my foot. You might want to take a little look, make sure you're not like this, with the leg in front, a fairly straight line. Your hand is on the ground, you're going to have fingertip pressure. Maybe inhale up, or if it feels good, hand to the hips. And if you are feeling fairly stable, and I think a good toe flex helps, you can lift the foot up. Only, or just up for a second and then back down. If it feels unstable, bring it back down. So this is a version or a modification of moon. Exhale down, and let's go ahead and try it on the other side. So, one foot goes out to the side. I like to have my toes flexed. So my toes are flexed on this side. You can have your one of your foot on the mat. If you're not on concrete. If you're on concrete, just don't move your foot real fast. You get a little concrete burn. I'm going to take the other leg and bring it out sideways. And only if it feels good, reach up. Feel like you're falling. You want to really keep these hips level. And maybe lift that leg and stretch. Flex that heel towards the end of the mat. And or not. So let's go ahead and come back, rock back to child's pose and give our wrists a break. We're going to go ahead and either put our forehead on the mat. If you can't get your hips towards your heels, it's okay to have them up in the air. So let's go ahead and sweep those hands around to our feet with the palms up. And go ahead and wave. Wave those fingers at the sky. Again, giving the wrists a gentle break. And then let them go, let them feel relaxed, and we'll sweep them around to the front underneath our shoulders. And we're going to find our way to standing. And remember, there's no perfection in yoga, it's just a practice. I'm going to do mine by walking my hands back into a ball squat. But there's so many ways to get up. You can bring one foot forward and kind of press into your thigh. I'm coming from a ball squat, and of course I just love to challenge my balance. So I put my hands together nice and tight all the way up. Yes. Advance safely? Yay. So let's just bounce for a second. This is really, 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 really good for the fascia, the connective tissue. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay. And then let's find mountain pose, the foundation for all yoga poses. Toes to the front, and see if we can spread them like a starfish. This is my new challenge because mine seem to be growing together some weird way. And so, and then see if we can place them. I'm going to go ahead and have our hands towards the back. You might want to watch me first if you're not familiar with what we're going to do. I'm going to have my chin to my chest, and this is the exhale position with the palms facing the back. As I inhale, I'm going to roll the palms forward and maybe gaze up. Exhale, I'll roll the chin to the chest and the palms to the back. And again. Maybe coming up a little higher or not. You don't have to. No requirements except no pain. Just flowing with the breath. And we're moving it different. Maybe close the eyes. Notice what you're feeling. Notice perhaps if you can get those shoulder blades in the back to kiss the spine and then roll down the back. We'll do this one more time. And then we'll bring our head back to center. Going to step wide. And then we're going to bring the heel so it's following toes. We're going to place our hands on our low back. Like this, you can do flat hands. This protects our low back. Take a nice inhale and just push those hips forward slightly. Don't crunch the lower vertebrae. And as we exhale, we're going to float down those legs. Inhale, move those hands back up, lift from the sternum, and come back up. Inhale, very gently push the hips forward, maybe gaze up. Nice subtle back bend. Exhale, and we'll go down one more time. And if you find that, gee, this isn't wide enough for me, you can always put your fingertips down on your mat and heel toe a little wide. We'll all find our own comfort zone. We inhale back up. One more time, support that low back. Lift from the sternum. Drop those shoulder blades down the back. Maybe gaze up. And last one, we're going to exhale down. We're going to see if we can put fingertips on the floor. If it doesn't quite reach, we can bend our knees to get the fingertips down here toward the palm. Knees, fingertips. The right underneath my face. I'm going to sweep the left. Sweep the right arm out. And look up. I'm going to exhale it down. I'm going to turn the palm up of the left arm. I'm going to sweep it up. Maybe look up or look out to the side. And if that doesn't feel good, just hand on the hip again. Many of us have shoulder issues and back down. I'm going to bend those knees. So I'm in a wide squat. My glutes are in the back, almost like a chair pose. Put your hands on your hips or not. Nice inhale, draw in the lower abdomen, lift from the sternum, and we're back. Woohoo! So I'm heel toeing it back, or not. Or dancing, or not. How'd that feel? Feel okay? Okay. So I want to spend a little time addressing the hamstrings. For those of us that are we're athletic, walkers, whatever, our muscles tend to shorten. So yoga gives us a chance to stretch them out. I'm going to step back. I'm going to do a pyramid pose. I'm going to step back with one leg. And it's as if I was on railroad tracks. I'm going to take these arms and I'm going to go ahead and maybe grab for opposite elbow. Or just rest them there. And what is that doing? That's opening that heart space. It's keeping us from that slumped shoulder. I'm going to take a nice inhale, and when I'm ready, as I exhale, I'm going to pretend like my hips are levers. Exhale and go down. And it may be halfway. Some people may be able to go all the way down, but let's keep balance between that front and that back foot. A nice stretch even halfway down. If you feel like you're losing balance, just release the hands and place them on that front leg. It's extended straight with a soft knee. If you want to, you can go all the way down, but because I'm mostly metal in my lumbar and lots of titanium, I can no longer do a full forward fold, but you're welcome to try it if you want. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Engage that lower abdomen. Just stretch out those ribs. And lift from the sternum and come up. We'll release, shake it out. Let's try it on the other side. So, everybody remember how they grab? No. I tell you, if you grab again, it's probably your comfortable grab. So let's see if we can switch it up. You'll know if it's switched because it doesn't feel the same. Nice inhale, and when we're ready, exhale, you come down. I want to think about a flat back. I'm imagining I'm parallel to the floor. I'm not judging myself that I'm not there. I'm finding a place that I can breathe. Backwards. And it's hard to talk and do. Am I loud enough? Okay, good. All right, when you're ready, let's soften that front knee, bend it a little bit more. Inhale and lift from the sternum up and release. Shake it out. You want to prep for probably the most common, when you think of standing poses in yoga, you think of trees often thought about. Gosh, I hope I can do them. So for those that are uncomfortable, you might want to, well, there's no walls out here, but you can always do it at home with a wall, or you can come rest on a chair. I'm going to demonstrate using the chair as a support system. I shift all my weight to one side. I'm going to bend the other knee. My chin is back. The secret to balance, as if you were being pulled up, so it's a lot tall. Keeping the chin back and finding the neutral space to stare at. I'm going to lift this leg. I'm going to go out to the side. I like a flex foot. It makes me feel balanced. Everybody's got to find their own. If you're losing it, you do that. I'm going to bring the arms all the way up and then maybe place that foot. If you're losing it, foot down. And maybe today it's just the toe on the ground and lifting that toe. So I'm going to play with the lower leg. We might play with swaying tree that helps us get our balance, or we have the arms up. But I was just thinking it'd be nice to do hands to heart because we have been doing some shoulder work. So let's try that. So I'm going to left, bring out, and place all the way up top. Bring out for balance, and you may not even come hands to heart. Or not. Is everybody having fun yet?
Yeah.
They've been for these chairs that I personally cleaned. Yeah. Awesome job. So, I have the best students in the whole world. I'm I actually, they call it earthing. Not necessarily on brick, but it's in grass. Yes, it's much easier to do. So again, the only reason I'm suggesting a chair is so that everybody feels about the same. You may not need it. But with this pavement here, it's not pavement, it's bricks. I really worry about losing balance. So I really want everybody to be safe. Grab a chair if you feel like you're losing it. I'm going to start here. I'm going to shift to the other leg. Then scoot it, bust up. I used to do this a lot in the gym. Yeah, cool. It's not cool at all. So I'm going to bend that knee and I'm going to bring it up and bring it out to the side. And if I feel like I'm too unstable, of course, I might put the toe on the ground and my heel just above the ankle. We've tried it here, and that may be as far as we want to go, which is just on the lower calf. Play to number 2, or we may try again to bring it up. And I just invite you to notice, just notice which side is easier. Arms out for balance. Remember, we're growing tall. Maybe hands to heart, or swaying tree. I'm having fun with this. Oh,
I'm not looking at you now.
good. Don't look at me because you will fall. I feel sorry for the people in back. If anybody's wobbling, it's just like a yawn. Everybody wobbles.
It's catchy.
It's catching. Well, thank you for playing with me and that particular, and using a chair for support, especially on these bricks. So I'm coming back to the mat. And of course, we could have done all that from the mat. Some of us have been practicing for a long time, so we trust our bodies, but each day is different. And some days my balance is off. I don't know, maybe my head's in another space. So I'm going to find my way down to the ground. I love to inhale up. You don't have to. You can just slide down the legs. I like to feel so special. Swan dive down. Bend those knees and just pause here for a second. Feel that low back stretching out. Might be fingertips on the mat. And breathe down into the lowest lumbar. Reset that lumbar spine. And then knees to the floor, which you can always come here early. We're going to go ahead and bring those legs out to the side. And I'd like to do some play on our backs, and we are playing. Now, if anybody can't see me, you'll get the opportunity to do some sit-ups, unless you want to move your mat kind of parallel. Some people have been with me a long time, so they know where I'm going. I'm going to talk you through it, too. First thing we're going to do one more. I love working on my core because of my low back, historic low back issues. And this one's a real core one. And then we'll go into cooling down. So this is just a different way to do Navasana. I'm on my forearms. Navasana is boat pose. I like bringing my knees together. I'm going to exhale them in and extend them out. And when I try to get those shoulder blades going back and avoid bringing our shoulders up to our ears. So my core is fully engaged. And when you've had enough, you've had enough. I've had enough. I'm done. My feet are on the floor. Now I'm going to come to the mat. My favorite part of all. If you have a blanket handy and you want congestion, always take and put over the head for support. So we're going to do some fun stuff. So I'm sitting on my back, my knees bent. We're going to put feet together. We're going to do a little flow of vinyasa in a down ankle pose. It's called Supta Konasana. I'm going to inhale arms up. I'm going to place fingers so that the palms facing the sky. With the exhale, I'll bring them down to my lap. Remember, we can't get it wrong. When I say exhale, it's all good. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how you would do it if you don't have shoulder issues. As you inhale, we're going to open those knees wide, bring the soles of the feet together, simultaneously bring the arms up overhead. As we exhale, we're going to also notice that low back lumbar. Your tailbone's rocked away from you, like you're doing a back bend. As we exhale, tip that tailbone forward, we engage. If the shoulder problems, we'll bring fingertips touching, meeting each other. At inhale, we would open wide. As we exhale, we would bring them back. So we do it like this. My shoulder problems have been resolved by multiple surgeries. So I'm good. I'm going to do it this way. Y'all find what works best. And flow with the breath. Nice inhale, maybe pausing at the top of the inhale. Exhale, and bring it in. There's a little pause, a natural one at the end of the exhale, which I call the real sweet area. For me, it's a place of complete peace. Do this one more time. Oh, I did it twice. Oops. And then let's spread those feet wider. Bring our arms out into T-pose, out straight. And I do have those Lysol wipes if you feel real dirty after class. Just know that we're nature people today. Yay! So we've got the legs even wider. I'm going to take a nice inhale, and as I exhale, I'm going to drop the knee, hold the head opposite. If you've been advised not to twist, you'll just simply go less. You won't go as far as the body can take. It's a comfortable space, so find your comfort level. Inhale back, we exhale the other side, and maybe roll the head the opposite. Letting go of the neck. And again, just moving with the breath, whatever feels good to you today. It's probably a poor camera shot. Hello. Or not. And when you're ready to finish, we're going to bring the knees back upright, head in. We're still wide, and we're going to do a little breath. And as we exhale, we're going to grab eyes into the elbows. And we're going to switch it up. This time I'm going to take a nice inhale. And as I exhale, my head and my knees are going to go the same direction. And then very, very gently move the arms to the side. If it hurts, don't do it. Inhale back up. Exhale. Again, if the arms or the shoulders hurt, you can always just play with head and knees rolling in the same direction. Let's just get the whole body to twist. do this one more time, both sides, or not. Stop in the center. Release those hands. Bring those feet close together again. And I'm going to get an angle because I don't like the shock. Don't like that shock. So nice inhale as we exhale. Let's bring both knees in towards our chest and the hand on each shin. Or you can grab behind the thighs. We've made a nice little cannonball, and we're going to just maybe, with the elbows bent and close to the body, kind of rock back and forth. Get a nice massage. Maybe pause in neutral, and this time let's go ahead and place our hands on our knees. Arms are straight. I'm going to draw a little circle and massage the sacrum. If this hurts because you're bony and you don't have padding underneath, you don't have to do it, but it's a nice free massage, self-massage. So again, nice little circles. And when you're finished, we're going to go ahead and bring those feet to the ground. We're going to bring the arms alongside the body. And again, if you have shoulder issues, please modify. We're going to do a little back magic before we hit final relaxation. Time flies when you're having fun. So again, I'm going to inhale. I'm going to bring one bent knee into my chest and the opposite arm overhead. The modification, if you have shoulder issues, is keep the upper arm on the ground and just simply raise the lower arm opposite side. As I exhale, I'm going to bring that hand and foot down. Try to bring it down at the same time. We're lengthening our exhale, our core is engaged. And then we move. It's opposite knee, opposite arm. Inhale up or modify. Bring that foot and hand down about the same time, no judgment. And then we get to close our eyes. Inhale and exhale. And I find with my closed eyes, I do a little better at bringing that hand and foot down at the same time. Let's just move with our breath in our own pace. And find an ending here. This is our time, our magical time that we get to do final relaxation, except the teacher. But I do it in my head and I feel it all over my body as I speak. So, we have a choice. The traditional is legs extended wide, toes flopped out to the side, arms away from the body, and that's simply to flatten those shoulder blades on the mat, palms up. You might want to rock the head side to side. If our back is ouchy today, we can always bend those knees, or that thing I was mentioning earlier. I'm going to come up sideways to the chair, and I'm going to bring the back of the bend in my knee up to the padding, and I'm going to extend my arms out with the palms up to flatten my shoulder blades, close my eyes. If anybody tries this, I do this almost every day for a few minutes a day. It's very, very relaxing to the low back. It gives the heart a break because the feet or the legs are above the heart. You can also do this with legs up the wall. There's no wall here, but your glutes would be near the base If it hurts too much, you just scooch back a little bit so you find your comfort zone. But I'm going to invite you to pick whether you want to be on your mat completely, with the legs out long, arms away from the body, or hands on the belly, which is a healing gesture. Hands have healing energy. That's why we always grab whatever body part that we just hurt. Or if you want to use the chair, or if you prefer not to use the chair and you want to simply widen your stance, knees back and rest your knees against each other. It's your time to let go. Allowing the body to fully integrate openings that we create with not only a deeper breath, but the movements later. The eyes are softly closed. Once more. Let's start with the face. Let's put this whole tension in our jaws and in our face and in our shoulders. So we'll begin our guided relaxation with the head area, and we'll focus on those softly closed eyes. Just feel the muscles behind the eyes completely relaxing. Letting our awareness travel up to the forehead. And feeling it go loose and lax. Taking our focus down to the cheeks, both sides of the face. Feeling them soften. Relaxing our jaw, simply parting the teeth just a bit. Lips slightly together or even slightly apart. Noticing where our tongue is, we can maintain the stress response by having the tongue at the roof of the mouth. You might want to play if you notice it's there and letting it drift to the bottom. Bringing awareness to the neck. And the shoulders. Right arm. Feeling it grow heavy and soften. Right hand. Left arm. Left hand. Center of the chest. Center of the pubic bone. Right leg, feeling it soften as if it was melting. Right foot. Shifting attention to the left leg. Allowing those muscles to let go. And left foot. Let go. beginning to bring awareness to your body on the mat. It may just be part of the body if the legs are in the chair. Feeling our soft spine. Feeling the temperature in the room or for us outdoors. Becoming aware of sound. Making subtle movements to gently wake the body. Moving fingers or toes. And if you're up and with your legs on the chair, doing that modified Viparita Kauri, legs up the wall, you simply are going to take those, kind of move the knees in close to the chest, and come over into a fetal position, whenever you're ready. So whether you're out on the mat long, just enjoy a few moments in fetal position, knowing that this particular pose represents new beginnings. Letting go of whatever doesn't serve us and welcoming the goodness that we are, the goodness we will receive. Whenever you're ready and there's no rush, bending the elbow to the top arm, placing the hand if it's not already on the mat or the floor, and lifting yourself up slowly with soft eyes to a comfortable seated position. So I invite you, if you care to join me in closing, we'll make the Anjali Mudra, use of prayer hands, placing them, thank you, Casey. Let's place our thumbs at the forehead. May all my thoughts be uplifting. And we'll bring it down to our chin, those thumbs. May my words be kind. And then bringing those hands to our prayer hands to our heart space. May my heart be open to loving myself unconditionally and receiving love unconditionally. Namaste.